Hey, hey, what's up, YouTube? I know, look at me. I haven't. Look, there is so much going on. I love watching a good train wreck. And I have been fully sucked in on this train wreck since last night. And I just can't get enough. I can't get enough. So I'm going to share what I know. And go from there. I don't even know where this is going to go. I just know that it's a train wreck. And I'm here for it. Like so many other people, in the state of Texas, we have a little drama. So we have our little Jason Collier, and he's basically been outed. He's married. He's got 4 children, 2 biological, 2 step with his wife, Opal. He is an ordained minister. I don't know what church. He is the police chief of the police department in Stinnett, Texas. And he also has 2 fiancées and several other women. So I think, I'm not sure because I don't know these people personally, but in my personal opinion, from what I've gathered, Jason had weight loss surgery. And as someone else, although you can't tell anymore, that has had weight loss surgery, it kind of jacks with your psyche. It does, because you're trying to learn how to cope with life without food, and when that's all you know, it's very hard. But I will say that even though I have dealt with my weight loss surgery without being married or in a relationship, I have seen so many people that lose a lot of weight completely destroy their families. Like, I don't know what it is about weight loss. I've seen it so many times. I know people that were married for so many years, decades, and then one of the people lose a whole bunch of weight, and next thing you know, they find somebody else, they start a whole brand new life, and then their family is like, what the heck just happened? And I think that may be what happened with Jason. But like I said, I don't know him personally. I just know that there is a trend among people that lose a buttload of weight that do that. I don't know if they feel like, it's a self-esteem thing. I don't know. But I guess not having food to cope, they find other things. Having people attracted to you when you've never had that before is such an amazing feeling. And I'll tell you, I know that from experience, because when I had lost a lot of weight, even though most of it's come back on, but I digress. The first person that even showed any kind of interest in me, I was blindsided. What is this attention I'm getting? You mean I'm pretty? You mean I'm deserving of love, and I'm deserving of what is going on? Didn't do any proper research like I should have. Took the man at his word. Basically love bombing me. You know what love bombing is? Let me tell you, narcissists do it. Oh my gosh, it's awful. I mean, it's great when it happens to you, but when everything blows up, it's awful. Like, love bombing is the worst. Anyways, in my experience, it had been so long since anybody gave me any kind of attention. It's been so long since anybody, even held my hand. Anything. The love bombing is just, it's overwhelming, and when you're not used to it and it feels so wonderful, you just like, oh my gosh. Then you believe everything they say, because you're like, in your mind, you're like getting all this love and attention and wonderful things, and you don't know what to do with it, but you're just like, so elated, and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I am worthy, you know? And and next thing you know, you finding out things. You finding out, you after a while, the the red flags pop up, and then you find out they have a wife. The worst feeling ever. The worst feeling ever. I'm telling you. And I'll tell you why it's the worst feeling ever. Because you believed. You believed what they were saying. You believed what they were saying about you, and how wonderful you are, and how beautiful you are, and all the things that they do when they're love bombing you. And it's devastating when you find out that, you know, all the promises that were made and all the things that they said to you were complete lies. And then you're like, well, maybe I'm not beautiful. Maybe I'm not worthy. And then you're like, oh my God, this dude has a wife. And, we did things, and you don't do that with people that have wives. And then you have this guilt, even though you had no idea. You have this guilt, and then like, what do you do with that? And it's overwhelming. And I can tell you that one person that did that to me has destroyed me mentally. It's been a couple of years, like, and it stays at the forefront of my mind, because I'm like, how did I let this happen? Like, how could I not have seen this? And oh my gosh, the last thing I would ever want to be is a homewrecker. But I felt she needed to know, because there's no telling who else he's doing this with, and what if they have like diseases and stuff. It's just, my head just goes around in circles. It has literally destroyed my entire mental well-being. Like, I don't trust anybody. Don't come at me with nothing, because I don't believe a word you say. Seriously, I can't have a relationship with anybody. The second they give me a compliment, I'm like, married. Oh, you're so beautiful. What do you want? Just like, the people, narcissists, I'm telling you. Long story short, it's taking a very long time for me to get through this. A lot of counseling. I'm still jacked up. Okay, I'm just still jacked up. Anyways, so I don't know if that's what Jason's going through, a little midlife crisis, a little, post weight loss surgery, whatever it is that people do. I don't know. I've seen it so many times. It's ridiculous. But I digress. But anyways, so it's a big mess, and I've screenshotted so many memes. I don't know if I'm going to put them all in here, because it'll make my video so long. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put a few of them in there. But it's just a big nightmare, and it's gone viral. And there's TikToks. It's all started on Facebook, but there's TikToks, and there's all kind of things, and I just don't know, like, I think this guy deserves to be dragged through the mud like you would not believe. But at the same time, I think to myself, his wife and his children are seeing all this. But I don't think anybody should go easy on him, because there's nothing. Look, there are two types of people in this world I don't think anybody should go easy on. And that's people that hurt children and animals, and cheaters. Like, these people that do these horrendous things know exactly what they're doing, but they still knowingly do with them, knowing that they're destroying people's lives, people that they're supposed to love, and or animals. And the reason why I throw animals in there is because I think it takes... Will you stop, kitty kitty? He's tearing this up. See that thing? He's making noise. It's because it takes an evil person to hurt an animal. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I had a Snapchat friend one time send me a snap. Like, we did streaks, and he sent me a streak, and one streak was he was holding up a kitten, And he was like, said something to the effect of he's going to torture this kitten and then kill it. I was like, why would you do that? He was like, do you want it? And I was like, you live like thousands of miles from me. It's not like I can get in the car and go get it. I wish I could. I don't know whatever happened to that kitten, but let me tell you, there was another snap that he sent me, and this made me block him. Oh my gosh. I'm so disturbed by this snap. So, his dog was terrorizing a turtle. It was a nice sized turtle. It wasn't really small, but it was a nice sized turtle. Come on, kitten. Come on. And so the dog's terrorizing the turtle. So what does the turtle do? Naturally, snaps at the dog. Well, it got the dog. As well it should. And so the dog was yelping. Well, this man decided to record on his phone and send it to everybody that the turtle snapped at his dog and it must die. And then he put a shotgun in front of the turtle's head and blew it off and sent that to me. Let me tell you, I'm disturbed from that. I'm so disturbed from that. I don't want to see turtles' heads being blown off. Like, he literally put himself like this. What are you doing? What are you doing? You goofball? You goofball? What are you doing? He literally got on my shoulder, rolled on his back, and put himself upside down so I would scratch his belly. He's done lost his little kitten mind, I'm telling you. And how could anybody hurt something like that? How could anybody hurt this? Is he annoying? Yes. Do I love him? Yes. He's a kitten. This is what kittens do. They play. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's why I'm just like, people that torture animals that's a whole different monster. It's just disgusting. And children, like, anyways, you get the point. You get the point. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that people who cheat, people who harm, know exactly what they're doing. And like, I will never understand someone who can knowingly and willingly destroy the lives of their own family by cheating. My mind doesn't work that way. I cannot fathom hurting someone like that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it went viral. Everyone knows about it. So I'm kind of torn as to, like, I think he deserves the worst. I think anybody that's gonna cheat deserves the worst. And I hate to say that, but it's true, because I've never cheated on anybody in my entire life. I'm always faithful, you know. That's just who I am. But I have been cheated on, and I know how devastating that is, and how horrible it feels, and what it does to you. So I think that because he knowingly and willingly destroyed his family, and then turned around and lied to these other girls. He didn't have a family with them, but he hurt them. Knowing what he was doing, he deserves the worst. He deserves every mean comment. He deserves being on administrative leave, which he is. There's so much to the story, like, I can't fit it all in here. There's just no way. But all you have to do is Google his name, and it's out there. Get on Facebook, get on TikTok. I don't have Twitter or Instagram, but I'm sure it's probably on there too. But all you have to do is hashtag his name. It's everywhere. But even though he deserves everything that is happening to him, his family does not. So it's like, I don't want to contribute to the pain of the family, because they see all this. They're all online, seeing this. They can't open their phone or social media. Can you imagine? You can't even open your phone without seeing something about your husband or your dad completely destroying your family in front of the entire world. The entire world is making fun of your situation, and there's nothing you can do about it. That has to be a terrible place to be in. So I'm just kind of torn, because he deserves all the bad things, but his family does not. And I'm pretty sure every time they see something about him online, that they're feeling some type of way, because their family is literally being destroyed in front of the entire world. So I don't know. There's nothing worse than a cheater, I'm telling you. So I'm torn. Like, I want to say mean things, because I've been there. I've been the wife that's been cheated on. The only difference is it wasn't for the whole world to see. It didn't go viral, and I cannot imagine. And so I joined a couple of groups that just passes out information. Of course, now it's getting to the point where people are making up stuff and it's ridiculous, But last night it was pretty fun watching, because I love to watch a good train wreck. I really do. But at the same time, I have feelings, and I have this habit of putting myself in other people's shoes, and that can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. My heart just breaks for freaking everybody in the world. Like, it's ridiculous. I break my own heart daily, and I don't do it on purpose. But yeah, anyways. So now it's getting to the point to where people are looking into backgrounds of everybody. So they're digging up this man's ex-wife. I mean, they're bringing in his people. They're bringing in his ex-wife. They're bringing up organizations that he's been a part of, that he's stepped down from. I mean, his job I understand he's the chief of police. I get it. But they're holding the entire police department accountable for this one man's actions, which I think is totally wrong. Not every cop is a bad cop. And then they're putting, it's turned into a whole I hate police, because one man's actions, it's turning ugly. And it's the whole digging into people's backgrounds and bringing up people from his past. I mean, they don't need to be harassed either. You know what I'm saying? Basically, people are being brought into the situation that did not ask to be brought into the situation. And this is where it's turning ugly. The women that came forward, they came forward because they wanted to. But other people are just digging and digging and digging and bringing up people that didn't ask to be in this situation. And that's where I have a problem. Because they're holding people accountable that have nothing to do with this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's unfair. And I think it's irresponsible, and I think it's stupid. Hold the person accountable, Jason, for doing all this. But don't hold everyone else around him accountable. They didn't make him do it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when, what's her face? I don't even watch her anymore. It just got to be too much. Without a crystal ball. When she started going after Tati Westbrook's family, and she started bringing up Tati's husband's mother and all kind of stuff, that when you start going into rabbit holes like that and just trying to destroy people's family and bringing family drama for the world to see, or bringing people in that didn't ask to be in this, that's where I have an issue. But anyways, Regardless, I'm still watching the train wreck. I'm just conflicted, you know. I'm so conflicted because this guy deserves all the bad things. You don't cheat. There's no reason for it. In my opinion, when the day comes that you have to start hiding stuff from me, that's the day you need to leave. That's the day you need to leave me and then start your relationship when our relationship is over. Because that is the worst betrayal. It's the worst betrayal. There's no reason to cheat. There's absolutely no reason to cheat. There's none. If you're not happy where you're at, you need to finalize that before you move on, because that's just common human decency. Because I promise you that if you leave before you cheat, it's going to do a lot less damage to that person. A lot less damage. I'm telling you. There's nothing more devastating that has ever happened in my entire life than being cheated on by my husband. Point blank. Nothing. And the second most devastating thing that's ever happened to me is when I was in a relationship with someone, or I thought I was in a relationship with someone, and I found out they had a wife. That was such a devastating thing to happen. Both of them were just totally jacked me up. I mean, thank God for counseling, right? Thank God for counseling. But yeah, the whole situation is just, it's mean, it's cruel in all aspects of it. The whole thing is just a train wreck, and I'm just watching it unfold. So yeah, let me know what you think about the Jason Collier situation. Thank you for dealing with this. I mean, I know my baby hairs they're out of control. I don't know what to do with them. Also, let me know what you think about cheaters. Have you been cheated on? How did you handle it? Have you been in a relationship and found out that the person you were with had a whole wife? How did you handle it? What do you think about I just want to know what you think about this whole Jason situation. People digging into people's past, that people bringing up people that didn't ask to be in this situation, and basically ruining people's lives. What do you think about all that? What do you think about the people that just keep digging and digging and digging? Ugh, it's too much. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. And yeah, if anything else happens, I guess I'll put it in the comments. I don't know. We'll see what happens. See you next time. Bye.